Hmm.
All right, welcome everyone. Welcome. Hopefully, we all like that little music jam. Bonjour, how are you? I'm good. I am good. Let's see here. So, what we're looking at. Oh, this is still running. Okay, 4 hour time frame. Gold. Nothing really happening. 1 hour, the 30 minutes. See the 30-minute time frame. This is the only thing I'm concerned about. This right over here. This resistance right here. Like in the first 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 3 minutes, what it did is it just moved bearish, made that lower wick, started to break the high to move up. So if I measure this range right over here, it's like a 30 31 pip range. I don't think it's enough to make a decision. I just don't think it's enough to make a decision. Yeah, that's a legit problem that we have. I think the issue was that probably then Stripe would complain. If we remove that name. I think that was the issue yesterday. We were talking to my legal, but yeah. Let us look into that, and let me get back to you. Legalities. Okay. Anyway, so we got this resistance right here, right? And I'm not comfortable with anything below 34.28. I think it's going to be better to see how price reacts as we push above 34.28. 34.28.50, 34.29 to be safe. Because if I'm looking at the range above 34.29, looking at like 42, 40, 41 pip range, which is still a pretty good range. But the thing is, like, gold has had so much volume in the past, 6 months. You're looking at this, you're like, you know what, has to be minimum 100 pip range. So that's the problem. So we're being spoiled with gold with the volume. Pound yen looks pretty interesting because it's just consolidating over here. Look at that. Look at that consolidation. I want to take a look at this wick, what this means on the 15-minute time frame. 15. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, so that's a solid support. You got like a solid resistance. Pretty easy analysis on pound yen. You got like a 39.40 pip range. We're in the middle of a range, so can't really take a trade in the middle of a range. We just have to see how price reacts above 199, 0.50. Yeah. $25. Okay, London Open have shit volume nowadays. Yeah, man. London Open, yeah, nothing. To be honest. Let's see here. Support below 199.560, 198.560, 40 pip range. Yeah, I think it's going to be better to see how price reacts above 199 and below 198.560. Okay. Where is the salute? Okay, let's see here. What do we got? We got Okay, we're coming up towards 34.28. 34.28, 34.29 would be pretty good. You know, anything above this area. Anything above this area. Pop out this chat. Pop out chat. Okay, YouTube, I can see you now. If you're a real trader, then please get me 1 month MFU course for free, sir. I promise I'll pray a lot for you in return. Well, let me tell you this, Sharik Shah. Let me tell you this. Prayers do not make you money. Prayers don't make you money at all. No, nothing. A prayer is not going to make you successful. You can't just sit and just pray for someone's success. Praying will not make you successful, man. Trust me. There has been days where I have sat down and I've prayed to get out of drawdown. I prayed. I was like, man, please, God, what's going on over here, man? Come on. Like, I haven't done anyone wrong. Why am I in a drawdown? This is before I started the brokerage. This is before we started the prop from Dominion Funding. Before we started the amazing risk management tool, Magic Keys. When I was trading, praying, please get me out of this drawdown. And man, after a while, the drawdown would be even bigger. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You know, it's just like, shit. What's going on? Man. Please explain how we can benefit from market edge AI. वैसे ही market London में सस्ता रहता है. New York is better nowadays. Man, it's not about how to benefit from market edge AI. It's not about that. It's about what information you're getting from market edge. That is the main thing. What information you're getting from marketing, right? And how are you going to use that information? So that's what's going on over here. What brokerage are you using? I'm using Dominion Markets. Dominion Markets I'm using. Look at that spread on gold. Less than a pip spread on gold. 0.8 pip spread on gold. You know, to be honest, the gold spread ranges from 0.8 pips to 1.6 pips based on what's going on in the volume, based on what's going on in the markets, you know, stuff like that. So that's what it basically depends on. So yeah, I think it's going to be better for me to wait for the 15-minute candle to close. I think if a 15-minute candle can close, that's going to be pretty good. Waiting for that, and then we can continue on to see what's going to happen. You understand Hindi? Yes. But guys, trust me. The execution on Dominion Markets is so incredibly sick. Let's take a look at this right over here. Let me log into this account I have because I don't want to ruin the stats of my other account. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go, okay, 61K. I'm going to go open, let's say 1 lot, right? Now look at this. Go down to the 1 minute time frame. Just notice the execution. Let me show you this right over here. Look, I'll take a sell. Notice, sometimes you see slippages. Boom, boom. Look at this right over here. Boom. Look at that. Right on the ask price. Right? That's the sell. Let me close this. Now let me take a buy. Okay, just notice where the buy is going to open. Right above, right at the bid price. Right there. Look at that. You know, sometimes when you open positions, you'll notice that 0.5 pip or 0.4 or 0.3 pip is going to be above or below the bid and the ask price. Sometimes you're going to notice that. Right? So I welcome you to open an account at Dominion Markets. Check out the execution speed. And man, trust me, when you come over here, you don't go anywhere else. It's standard or ECN account better. ECN is better, even though there's commission on ECN account. But the reason why ECN accounts are better is because they're like maybe like 0.5 pip cheaper than the standard accounts. What the hell is this? Yeah, right over here. We're waiting. Just trusting volume like you thought, oh wow, Faizan, you were in a buy, I remember. I remember you were in a buy over here. Beautiful, 35 pips, beautiful. Just got a Dominion funding 100K account, grateful. Man, listen, don't stay grateful to me. Just be grateful to yourself that you were able to be disciplined, and get a payout. Be grateful. Discipline. Discipline is the first thing. What was your turning point? I mean, what was that particular thing? The particular thing for me was to realize that the only thing that was holding me back was overtrading. That's it. Did he say Miami? Okay. I am also in buy. Trusted the volume. Oh, nice, man. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna wait over here. I'm gonna wait for the 15-minute candle. The 15-minute candle will start soon. And I think if the 15-minute candle can wick down, break above the high, I think we're gonna continue to push up. Can UK use Dominion? Yes. I want to know if your strategy can be applied to 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame. Yes, it can be applied to the 4-hour time frame. Do you have leverage in gold in Dominion markets? Of course. Can I open account with Indian ID, run with VPN? I live in Canada or any... Man, you can still use it from there. No problem. Can I use from South Africa? You can use it from all over the world except for the US and North Korea and some other sanctioned country. But if your country is not sanctioned, at least you should know that about your country. If it's not sanctioned, sure. I'm having problem verification 2 live account I want to open for me for my friend in the Dominion markets. Just open a support ticket in our Discord. Where's your entry on this one? I have no entry. I have no entry. No entry. Just waiting. Wow, people have been securing profits over here. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Look at this chart by Pop Irvin. Buys. Beautiful buys over there. Man, look at that. Boom, another buys over here. Wow, you guys got the same. Why didn't you execute? Me? I don't know. I didn't execute. Because the stream was starting and I didn't really look at the charts properly. But I think if we can wick down and then continue to push up, I think that's going to be good. Wicking down and continue to push up after that, I think that's going to be great. So we're going to wait for that to make to make a lower wick and then boom, 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 push up. Wicking down is better. What are the steps to get Dominion funding? Just go to the website. What unexpected on the opening on right hand snap bearish feeling gap was bullish, but man, what language are you speaking? What unexpected on the open on RTH S&P bearish feeling the gap? I was bullish, but some next level PhD you did over there. That's the thing about education. You're giving us this confidence. Yeah, like you know what? At the end of the day, it's all about confidence. At the end of the day, it's all about confidence. What valuation of your company? I have no idea. Could be above 50 million, but I have no idea. Is Dominion markets available in Kenya? Yes, you can buy it from the grocery store. Please give scalping ideas. Giving scalping. Yeah, I'm waiting for price to... You know what? I don't want to take a buy over here because then my stop loss will be below this candle, which is like 11, 12 pip stop loss. I don't want that. Yeah, it made a small wick. It made a small little pimple of a wick. Small pimple of a wick. And even if I have my stop loss right there, it could retrace to make a small wick and stop me out. So I'd rather wait for price to make a lower wick first. What if it does a pullback? Yeah, that's fine. If there's no pullback, then there's no trade. That's fine. That's fine by me. I don't care. What do you think about SMC and SRC combined? Sure, it could work. SMC and SRC, it could work. It could work very, very well. My biggest problem, I didn't have balls to let TP hit. That's why my losses was bigger than my wins. Now I exercise with this entry. Oh, nice. Man, that's it. That's it. Even if, you're getting a little bit of, anxious to close the trade because you're in profits, just close 90%. 90%, close 80%, and leave the rest running. Because that way, then you're building confidence in letting trades run. Because next time it happens, you're going to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to let 50% run because I made money Monday and Tuesday. You're going to say, you know what? I'm going to let 80% run. That just comes from increased confidence. I've been following you on YouTube since last year, but today is my first day in your university, and I must say it's one of the best decisions I've made in my trading journey. I initially thought the university was just for networking, but I found there's so much valuable content resources. Oh, wow. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. 814-4179-7383. Thank you. I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say something. But I thank you. Thank you for that. Very kind. Let's take a look at this. Dominion Market C Trader 15. Oh, wow. Wow, very nice. Very nice. Dominion Market's right over there. Okay, I close at the fill of the 1 hour, close 70%. Beautiful. My biggest problem is same problem I'm facing. Okay. Tasi from Abu Dhabi. Oh, nice. Tasi, nice to meet you. We're going to have an event in Dubai. I think middle of September. Let me see a date. Let me finalize a date here. Let me finalize a date. August, September. Okay, I think Saturday, the 13th of September. The 13th of September, we're going to have an event in Dubai, and must be there. You should be there. You should be there. So we're going to make a link. The link is going to be up maybe tomorrow. It's 100 spaces only. 100 spaces only. 100 spaces only. Yeah. It's going to be, the cost of that event is going to be $30. $30. $30. That's going to be the cost of the event. So I hope people can afford it. I just hope it's affordable. I hope. Can you please guide me through on the situation that I hold my losses, and when my trade runs in a profit, I close it early because of lack of confidence other than hitting my TP? Can you? Yeah, you know what? That's a very common thing. That's a very common thing. And I faced that as well in the beginning, where if I have a trade running, if it's going in a loss, I'm holding my losses longer than I'm holding my wins. 100% happened all the time. So the one thing is one thing is always have a predetermined stop loss. See that? That's the reason why I didn't take a buy. Look at that shit. That's why I didn't take a buy. Because of this right here, I didn't take a buy. So I'm safe now. Someone who did take a buy, they're like, oh shit, are we gonna go back down? I hope it's a lower wick. Wow, I'm so happy I didn't take a buy. But yeah, look, always have a stop loss that you know that if price comes to this level, I'm gonna close. Always have that level. And that's what I do all the time. I always have that level. When price comes over here, I'm gonna close. If I'm unsure, I close 50% of the position and leave the rest running. So there's a lot of content in the database. Go through that content, go through the advanced section, go through that, and it's explained in much, much, much more detail. Okay, can you advise me? I want to open a trade with $100 and let it run for a long time, for months. What the fuck do you want me to advise you? You're going to deposit $100 and you want to let it run for months. What am I advising you? What's going on? Like, you want to take a buy or a sell? You know, to be honest, $100 should be like nothing for you. And I say that with love. $100 should be nothing for you. So you should deposit $100 in one, $100 in another, and you know what you can do? You can just deposit $100 and just take a 0.01 buy on gold, or take a buy on USDTRY and let it run till the end of the year. Open a one lot buy. Open a one lot buy in USD TR fucking Y right here. We're filling this wick. This wick is getting filled. Anyway, take a buy. Like, look, I took this buy right over here on USDTR. It's right over here. I have another one running on our liquidity direct margin account. That's a 10 lot buy running, and we're up $40,000 on that. You know, let's take a buy. What's the worst that's going to happen? The worst what's going to happen is you take a buy in USDTRY is you're going to make money. If you have man, this is some sauce. Free signal I'm giving you guys. Free buy signal. Where did you upload podcast with Daniel? Let me ask. Amazing. Good news. Good news. Another good news I got today. Two good news so far. Yo, listen. So I spoke to them, and they said that they will keep it as it is, so we can have that name there. There's no problem. I spoke to them. You know, man, I'm like, yo, look, I've brought you guys so much business. Like, why are you trying to strong arm me over here? And then they said, okay. You know what, Raja, for you, we're gonna, okay, no problem. I'm like, okay, thanks. It's all good. Damn, man. Oh, had to message Caesar over here. Yeah, look, like nothing's happening on gold now. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So happy. Um, yo, hey Caesar, how are you, bro? So look, people are wondering when will I upload the podcast with Daniel? So I told them that I'm going to get the podcast completed and edited by December, and then next year, January, it's going to go live. Is that true? Let me know. Obviously, I'm joking with Caesar. Asia, anytime soon? No. Yeah, in Dubai. Dubai is Asia. If price breaking support resistance on last couple of minutes, it is a break, a strong, it sometimes it could be a strong break. Sometimes, it could be a strong break, but most times what I've seen is it's just like a move up and then it retraces to make a wick. Because look, if a candle is pushing in the last minutes, there's a higher probability it will make a wick. It will make a wick. Like, look, this bullish candle moved up, made a wick. This one moved down. Oh, this is a 15-minute time. What's that? Take a look at 30-minute time frame. Moved down, made a wick. Moved up, made a wick. This, no wick. This one here, this will probably make a wick, right? This one here, bullish candle, made a wick, Bearish, no wick. This bearish, made a wick, no wick. But most of the candles you'll see, they will always make wicks. They will always retrace. This goes for your 4-hour time frames, daily time frames, weekly time frames. And if it's happening on the weekly time frame, that's even sick. Because if you know on Friday, if we're pushing down, right, on weekly, if we're pushing down, you're saying, okay, well, if we're pushing down on the weekly and as the Friday ends, the weekly candle is going to end, what's the probability that this weekly candle will have a wick? Which means then on the lower time frames, we may start to push up on the weekly candle. Like up. In the corporate culture, this also means lifting balls. What's your spread on USDTRY? My broker is almost 2,000. Our spread on USD TRY is 350. So there's a huge difference between 2,000 and 342. Sorry, I lied. 339.38. Huge difference. Damn. 2,000 point spread versus 326 point spread. Wow. Wow. Guys, listen. I advise you to open up an account on Dominion Market and just check out the latency, the execution speed, because the way we built this and the way our liquidity is, I built it for myself so that I can get amazing fills on my orders, on all the orders. You know, on bigger lot sizes, I can get great fills. That's why we have this. 40, 20, 50 lots, no problem. This is our scalping right over here. I think we did this on my stories. Yeah, my Instagram stories. I was scalping this, you know, like they were excellent fills. Are you sure Dominion funding process payout if we are making profit? Bro, listen, Dominion funding, we have had zero payout denials. Zero payout denials. Go on Twitter. Go check on Twitter. Zero payout denials. Okay, so the podcast will be done by Friday. Man, Dominion funding is about to get MT5. MT5 is coming. If price break any support resistance last couple of minutes, then that break is strong, weak. Okay. Morning, Raja. Do you have any plans to offer GBP accounts in markets? I like the brokerage and USD accounts are fine. Just asking as I'm from the UK. Brother, getting a GBP account is super difficult. It's super difficult. There are a lot of, like, you know, some challenges we have to face to get the GBP accounts because, you know, there's more regulatory oversight for GBP accounts. So now we have USD accounts and Euro accounts, but your wallets you can keep crypto in your wallet, you can keep BTC, Ethereum, Ripple. We have a lot of clients. Like we have about so far we have about $500,000 in Ripple, just what the clients are keeping in their wallets, Ripple. You know, because they're holding it, I guess. I don't know. You know, but when you do deposit with GBP, they get automatically converted to USD and Euro. What broker do you recommend in US that I can use? C Trader. Everything is very limited. Ah, man. The thing is that C Trader does not work in the US. Futures maybe, you know, futures maybe, or this one over here. Let's see. Oh shit. Yeah, futures. But yeah, US is very difficult. Very, very difficult. We can afford the $30, but not the Dubai. It's gonna happen. Let's take a look over here. Prince T. No trade zone. No trade zone. You know better. You know better. No trade zone. No trade zone. If price break any support resistance on last couple of minutes, yeah, we talked about that. Let's take over here. USD I don't have at Dominion funding. No, no. If price break any support resistance on last couple of minutes, buying wing account over there, but didn't have pair USD at Dominion swing. No, I don't think at a prop firm you'll be able to hold USD tier one. Budapest. Budapest. Where is Budapest? Romania or Hungary? Budapest. Hungary. Yeah, Hungary. I don't know. We were just in Romania. We'll see. Maybe sometime at the end of the year. No, it's going to be too cold, man. We'll see. If 30-minute close below resistance, you're going to wait for 30-minute to close outside, or 15 minute or 30-minute. We'll see. We'll have to see, because we're rejecting here. The 30-minute candle just opened, and like, you know, look, we rejected from there. So I have to be very, very careful. because in 15 minutes there's some rejections over here. We don't know how that's going to go. It's in a very choppy environment. Pound yen is also ranging. I mean, London Open has been like, there's been no volume in London Open. Why not? I open a broker company and use it for myself. Man, you can do that as well. You can do that, no problem. That's the best thing you can do. What's the best mindset advice? I entry very impulsively in trades, and deep down, I know I should wait. You should just wait. Like I wanted to enter as well on gold. I wanted to enter buys, but I decided to wait because I wasn't like this. Like, look, whenever you're trying to enter a trade, and even if there is a small ounce, even if there's a small ounce of doubt, I don't enter that trade. Even if there's a tiny doubt, small doubt. Because when this candle, okay, who's in a drawdown on gold right now because you took a buy as price moved up over here? Who's in a drawdown on gold? Don't be shy. I know a lot of people are in drawdown right now. Once price broke above this area, it didn't make a lower break. I'm thinking, you know what? Like it was happening. Like I'm like I need to wait for price to make a lower break. Because I had a doubt in my mind that no, because you have to ask yourself, what sort of put your hands under your ass and sit on them. Sit on your hands. Because look, I forgot what I was going to say. Thanks, sir. You are the best. Progress. Itna hai last 3 months. Say, ek bhi account. Oh wow, my boy over here, Sharma. Sharma hasn't blown a single account in the last 3 months. It's stuck at break even. As soon as I get in profits, I'm going to make a withdrawal. It's been 3 years, and each and every course I bought was shit. Finally, I got diamond. Thank you for the kind words, brother. I appreciate it. Getting out of a break-even zone. Getting out of a break-even zone is the most hardest thing you will ever do. Because I'll tell you, the number one way to, oh, look, someone just made a stupid-ass comment, which I'm going to read here now. Because the number one thing is this. When you're in the break-even zone, your losses and the wins are the same, right? Even an idiot knows that. But the thing is, if you can lose less than what you're planning to lose, your winnings are going to look bigger, because the only thing you can control is the loss. You can control the loss. You can't control the win. Because look, if price is approaching your stop loss, most of the time, we know price will hit our stop. Most of the time, we know that. We know price is going to hit our stop loss. But that intuition makes you close the position early. Now, here's the thing. When my intuition says, yo, look, now your trade is going to hit stop loss, I close 50%. Because if my stop loss is going to be 10 pips, let's say, for example, and if I'm on a one lot trade, and if I'm aiming to lose $100, then I'm thinking, okay, you know what? How can I lose less than $100? Because if I'm winning $100 and I'm losing $100, I'm at break even. So how can I lose less than $100? How? How can I do that? So that's the question which you need to ask yourself. Which account you suggest on Dominion Markets with 5,000 account as a new trader from Canada? I'd say ECN would be good. ECN. It's trading gold futures and trading gold Forex same because the chart looks same. I think they're the same, but I really don't know. I really don't know how futures work. I saw Khalid trade futures, but yeah, I think it's the same. I was in Romania. We made a really gangster photo and learned a lot. I will go to Budapest too when you come in the end of the year. It's like 5 degrees, but the Christmas is beautiful in Europe. Wow. Man, the thing is, I don't like cold weather. I'd rather be warm than cold. I don't like cold. The cold I like is like between 10 degrees is great. Anything below 10, I'm like, nah, no. Now I can make a choice. Like get to the level of freedom where you're able to make a choice. Like I lived in Canada because we had I mean, I don't know, like once you get a little, like, then you can make your own choices, but man, I'd rather be warm. I was thinking at the end of the year, maybe go to Australia. It's nice and warm over there in Australia. We'll see. How long were you in the break even stage? 1 year. My cap is 20,000. What's this? My cap is 20,000. Monthly stats. Okay. Ooh, okay. Break even over here. No. 1,400. No break even. My cap is 20. Man, still, like, look. This is right over here. 500. What's going on over here? 400. What's going on over here? Why isn't it less than 200? Make a plan that max, what do I want to lose max in a day? When I come onto the charts, I have it in my mind. When I come onto the charts, in my mind is that, okay, you know what? I'm willing to lose, let's say, like 5,000. That's in my mind. If I lose 5,000, okay, great. Like that was my plan initially. I'm willing to lose 5,000. Other than that, we're going to keep on going. One mistake I made that we were doing some renovations was that I didn't settle a price with a contractor. And when they gave me the price at the end, I was like, whoa, you know? So now we're doing another renovation somewhere. And now I got 3 contractors. All 3 of them are looking at this thing. And now I asked them for quotations. I wore the big boy pants today. Big boy pants are on. All right, man. Like nothing eventful. Absolutely nothing. When Dominion Funding will offer MT5? I think in a week and a half, max 2 weeks. Do you have any idea when MetaTrader will be available for funding account? Yeah. Can someone use Dominion Market from Germany? Sure. How to grow 100 to 1 million? Go to the casino. Go to the casino. Yes, you guys can use it. I want to, with $200, I want to know what should be spreads on gold, which account. ECN, I think ECN is the best. ECN is pretty good. I make $100 to 3,700 in 6 months. I just lost all profits and back to 200. Any suggestions? Wow, man, what the? Like, see, that's over trading and over risking. That's it. Nothing else. It's just over trading and over risking. Finally profitable at Toronto, Canada, but the taxes are killing me. You got to make more money then. When Dominion Markets can use MT5, man, are you guys on crack? What the hell's going on over here? Do you guys have speakers on silent and you only put them up when you ask a question? Man, like, honestly, just 3 minutes ago, I said in a week and a half to 2 weeks max. God damn, the fuck is going on? I miss the old Roger trading with 100 lots. Can you make FPX withdrawal in Dominion markets for Malaysian? Kind of hard for a wallet though. What's FPX? How much capital needed for starting a brokerage company? Now it's like over, like it's almost, just for licenses, setup, and everything. It's going to cost you about $150,000, and then you're talking about deposits to your margin accounts. That's, I would say, it should be close to 250,000. What's the difference between ECN and ECN Pro? ECN Pro has a lower commission, but I think the minimum deposit needed for ECN Pro is $20,000 for ECN Pro. I think it's $5 per lot commissions on ECN Pro. What is this trade limit on MT5? Where? What? Where? Here? This one? This is with Magic Keys. This is Magic Keys over here. My risk management. calculator. My risk management device. You guys want to see it? You guys want to see it in action? Man, I need magic keys. Let's go. Okay, let's see over here. Allow algo trading, inputs, this, dependencies, boom, boom. Are you coming to London Prop Firm Expo? No. Yeah, see, I mean, there's no volume happening. Like, there's nothing happening. Very tough. Look at pound yen. Nothing. How can we save tax in Canada on withdrawals? How can you save tax in Canada on withdrawals? This is not tax advice, which I'm going to give you. This is just what I would do. I would register a company, and then I would register a company account on a brokerage. And then whenever there's going to be withdrawal, that withdrawal is going to go to the company account. And companies charge less tax than your personal. And that's how I would do it. You know? And then I would pay myself from the company. I would make myself an employee to the company, and I would pay myself from that company. But then you're paying a payroll tax, and then you're paying your personal tax. But then you can only pay yourself what you need for like groceries and stuff, and all that is expenses anyway. So you can claim that back on your personal tax. I'm done, sir. Rajam, done. Man, what are you even saying? Thank you, much appreciated. Yeah, get an accountant, man. The accountant should tell you this. I've been watching you for a long time. You do good analysis. What chart have you opened and what time frame? Mr. Sir, you've been watching me for a long time. So what happened to your eyes? You lose them? Just look at the chart. Привет. Как твои дела? Привет. Здравствуйте. I forgot how you say I'm good, but I'm okay. Спасибо. Money magic key is money making device for you. Of course, when you buy magic keys, I'll make money. Of course, it's a business. So is your iPhone. So is the laptop you bought. So is everything in life. And it's so funny that your username is multi-millionaire. You're not a multi-millionaire. You're broke 100%. All right, my win ratio was average 60%, but can't pass any prop challenge. So win ratio was 60%, but you can't pass a prop challenge. I know my RR is not managed, and I'm working on it. But the thing is now I'm managing RR, but over trading, any suggestion what to do? What is this? Your win ratio is 60%, but you're still losing. Like, how does that work? Raja, we have 82 pips clean range for 15 minutes. Why didn't you take this trade? Because, there was rejections right here, which is why I didn't take this trade. There was rejections right here, and the 30-minute candle was also open. So I wasn't confident in taking the trade. What's your thing about money can't buy happiness? Yeah, I think people who say money can't buy happiness, they probably haven't had the money where they don't have to worry about bills, utilities, groceries, vacations, the random gifts, subscriptions. When you don't have to worry about that, then you understand, yeah, like, you know what, with money you can be happy for sure. For sure you can be happy with money. 100%. 100%, man. What do you mean? Of course you can be happy. And the people who say that money can't buy happiness are probably the ones who don't have happiness internally in their house anyway. I mean, if your household is taken care of, that's it. That's it. Like, if there's balance in your home, you go home and your wife is happy, she greets you, she smiles at you, she hugs you when you go home. Your kids are there, they hug you. Whether you have money or you don't have money, if you're still exposed to that when you go home, you're the happiest person in the world. Like, as a man, I'm fucking happy when I go home and I see my wife there. She hugs me, smiles at me every day. Every day that happens. Every day. A day when that doesn't happen, then I'm like, okay, you know what? Something's fucking going on. Then something's going on. But every day that happens, alhamdulillah, every day that happens. And when you have money, then you're happy. Then you're even more happy. You're even more happy. You're like, yo, let's go have steak tonight. Or let's go have shisha tonight and then let's go have steak. There are some days like me and her, we go out. Like, me and her, we go out, we have shisha, we go have nice dinner, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the night, the bill is like, $600, $700, and we don't even drink. We don't drink, nothing. It's just shisha, dinner, whatever. And tips, everything included, it's like 700 US dollars. And sometimes I tell her, man, like, when we were in Canada, we would we wouldn't even dare to spend over $200 because we think, man, fuck, that's a lot. Sometimes on breakfast we're spending like $400, $500. It's just like not having to worry about spending the money on food. Of course, money makes you happy. Of course, you can go wherever you want to go eat. Wherever, like if I'm gonna message her, hey, listen, let's go out for dinner tonight. I know we're spending at least $600-$700 on that dinner, and that's not even crossing my mind. Sometimes you go to a place and they say, hey, Mr. Sir, the minimum spend is 500. I'm like, when they're about to say that, I tell them, yo, look, it's going to be two people, and the minimum spend is 500 per person. I don't care, just book it. Then you tell me, wouldn't money make you happy? If I didn't have money, I wouldn't be able to do that without even having to worry about that. And I'm thankful for that every fucking day. Every day I'm thankful for that. And also, I know that there can be a point where we won't be able to enjoy what I'm enjoying now. There can be a point because life is a roller coaster, Life is a roller coaster. Maybe 10 years from now, we won't be able to do what we're doing now. We won't be able to do what we're doing now. And some people say, oh, you know what? Don't spend all this now because maybe 10 years from now, maybe if you don't have all this, then the money you spend here, you may have that. Man, listen, when a storm comes, it takes every fucking thing from you. Everything. And I've seen that. Like, I've been through some storms, man, and it takes everything. No matter you have savings or whatever the fuck you have, it's going to take everything. So when you have health, when you have money, enjoy it while you can. Why not? Fucking enjoy it. You have health, you have money, you're at peace, fucking enjoy it all. Oh, look at that. Someone is saying fraud. He's losing on stream. Man, you should be saying, Raja, you have a business. You have started 4 businesses in a niche. You're happily married and you have 3 kids. Your parents are retired. You're taking care of your siblings. MashaAllah, Raja, how can you guide me? Can you mentor me? You have access to a guy like this. Like, I'm not saying that because I'm on a high horse. I'm just stating where I am at this point in life. So you'd be saying, like, how can you mentor me in life, man? I'm lost. I'm poor. I'm stuck somewhere. Like, can you help me? But anyway, yeah, that's fine. Do you believe in VIP groups that give signals? Some signals work. I had a podcast with the bits you don't see. I had a podcast with that guy, and he deposited $2,000 in an account. He deposited $2,000 in an account 2.5 months ago, and he bought these signals. And now his account was at like 8,500. He was showing me, and I'm like, oh wow, that's sick. That's pretty sick. How to get an MFU? Here's the website. Since Twitch streaming days, if you know, you know. Wow, Rao Emelman. Twitch streaming days, man. Twitch streams. You know how long fucking Twitch streams were? How This is February 2017. February 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8 fucking years ago. 8 years ago. Wow. Man, crazy. Been streaming for 8 years. You know how fucking long 8 years is? Kids became men in 8 years. Someone who was 15, he's 23 years old now. Someone who was 20, they're 28 years old now. 8 years ago. And I've seen, what's this? Z Monopoly Trading Psychology. Okay, so trading psychology is saying typical Indian scammer. How ironic. Trading psychology can't even hold his own emotions in. Trading Indian scammer. Yeah, yeah, like in these 8 years, I've seen a lot of people like you come in and go out. Haters. I've seen a lot of you, so it doesn't really affect me. But man, 8 years, that's wild. Crazy. So you've seen the come up. You've seen all the things we've done, all this, all this, all this. You know? Amazing. Even, sir, if I get 1 month free MFU course, I will pray for you. No, don't pray for me. No, don't pray for me. For you to have 4 marriages, bro, listen, fuck 4 marriages. One is enough. I tell them, one is enough. One is enough. One is just, that's it, one. Why the commission on BTC is so high? I'm getting charged more than $22 and more than 35 per lot on C-Trader. When I raise a ticket, nobody responds from your support team. Well, it depends when you open up a ticket, Festival FX. Give it at least 6-7 hours. It's way faster than emails, so just relax. And yes, on cryptos, the commissions are higher on cryptos because we get charged per percentage from our LP. Because all the trades, they go in STP, which is why the commissions are higher. This is my first live stream with you. Great knowledge you have. Superb. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Perveen. Thank you. Explain those profit you did scalping. Yes, I did scalping. This was scalped on the 5-minute time frame on gold. Let me show you here. On the 17th, it is right here. Look at that. Right here on the 17th. This was the loss, the 40,000 loss I had. Man, this was so crazy. This is the loss I had. I took a sell, price moved up. And yeah, this was all scalps that day. Pretty wild. It was wild, man. Crazy volume. Yesterday trade. Yeah, right here. This is right here. This is I did on like I posted about this one too, right? This trade right here. Yeah, it was right here. Like you can look at the David, can you stop using caps? Seems like you're shouting at me. Yeah, it was right over here. Looking at buys on the 1 hour time frame and then executed and then yeah, it's okay, no problem. Yeah. Turned out very well. It was a good trade. But yeah, now we're here. Now we are here. I'll do a breakdown of the trades later. So we got 3 minutes left here for the candle to close. 3 minutes left. What's your biggest loss and biggest profit? My biggest loss was 51,000. Biggest profit was a lot. Instant funding at Dominion Markets, not now. Instant funding, not now. Instant funding? No, we have to wait now for instant funding. Uh, yeah. See, with instant funding, what happens is that on instant funded accounts, the companies roll out those accounts. They have much stricter rules and they're a little bit pricier, because an instant funding account is more risk to the prop firm than your one step or two step. Two step is the lowest risk. Um, uh, the rules are also lenient on two step. On one step, the rules are a little bit harder, and on instant funding, the rules are a lot harder, and it's more expensive. So that's why we can't roll out instant funding now because we have to wait. We have to wait for that. You'll see like a lot of companies out there, they have like instant funding from the first week, a month, whatever, and it's super cheap. And those are the companies or prop firms where you see that the payouts aren't going to be done, or there're going to be a lot of payout denials. So at Dominion funding, they are like, we've had no payout denials because it's the way how you run the company. Like you have to run it profitably. So that's the thing. We've had like a lot of traders who do get like weekly payouts. There are 2-3 guys who are doing weekly payouts. But yeah, most of the time it's all about how you're managing risk at the end of the day. Oh yeah, we got C Trader over here. C Trader and Trade Locker. See this effect? I really like this effect. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, instant funding, no, not right now. Maybe in another 4, 5, 6 months, we'll see. I'm 23. What can I do to grow as a man? What should I do in trading to be like you? I've joined your courses, working hard on mastering your strategy. Grow as a man. I think the best thing you can do for yourself is to. Now, I'm not sure if you're going to do this or not, but if you do it, you would really love it. Is to learn a skill to fight. That's one thing you have to do. Whether it's boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, whatever that is. But learn to do that. Learn to do that. Learn to be physical with another man. And I don't say that in a gay way. It's nothing gay about that. But learn to be physical with another man using strength. Kickboxing, jujitsu, where because as kids, we are very confident. And the reason why as kids we're confident, because we're very hands-on with other kids. We're very hands-on. After that high school, university, you lose that. You're afraid of confrontations because you're like, I don't know what's going to happen. But when you're not afraid of a confrontation, you're more confident, and that confidence, it it like you emit this aura, and people can feel that aura. They feel that aura. I will meet you in Dubai and out 20,000 on a table if you can show me a monthly P&L. If you meet me in Dubai, I'll slap the fuck out of you. 20,000. Show me a monthly P&L. Let's raise it. Let's do $200,000. Let's do $200,000 and I'll show you my monthly P&L. 200,000. You want to do 200,000 curry versus kebab? Yeah. Is it fine if I withdraw USDT to DeFi wallets at Trust Wallet and cash it without P2P bank withdrawals and messing? I don't know about India, but you can do a crypto withdrawal. I don't know about anything else. What are you going to do with my monthly P&L, buddy? Look, what are you going to do? Who are you? Where you came from? I'll show you last 6 months. Where did you come from? Who is this guy? We have a client in Dominion Markets, and it's a woman. I found that out yesterday. She deposited 14,000, and now her account is at like $260,000. Crazy. Every week she withdraws $5,000 every week. You're going to jail, my boy, in 2 years. Who is this guy? You're going to jail. You know how many people have been trying to put me in jail since 2016? Since 26, people say this all the time. In 2 years. Why not in 2 months or 2 days? What's going to happen in 2 years? What's going to happen in 2 years? Who is this guy? Stupid. She grew 14K to 200K. In what period? I think that was 2.5 months. I know it's crazy. I know it's nuts. I think it was 2.5 months. Wow. Oh yeah. Okay. So it started 25th March, April, May, June, July. 4 months. 4 months. Incredible. Incredible. Sim trading? No. Live trading on MT5. It's a girl. It's a lady. It's a lady, and it's like, wow. It's incredible the way that thing has grown. So there are people like that. Maybe your ex-girlfriend can trying to contact you. No. NY says she sees better to. Yeah, man, this is bullshit. Like, yes, like, look, this move happened in NY yesterday. When I looked at the chart, I'm like, yo, what? In NY we had this move. NY we had yesterday, day before yesterday. It's crazy. Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna head off, guys. Take care. Hopefully in NY we can get a move above or below, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, take care. Bye bye.